Coming up on today's video, what are the possibilities of a modern day buyout? Hi everyone, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel and you've just found me out there on YouTube, thanks a lot for checking out my content today. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. And if you did, remember, smash that subscribe button. Join in the fun. It's free to do, doesn't cost a thing, and it helps my channel get closer to that goal of 10,000 subscribers. That's right. Every single person that subscribes is helping me and you guys get to that party, and I can't wait to see you all there. So today, the possibilities of getting a modern day buyout. Can it really happen? Well, let's go over some scenarios here. Number one. I love Mox Amber. I know you're wondering why that's number one, but I was buying this card when it was $5. $5 in Mox Amber. And it was kind of a joke, kind of a little OCD of me, and I just started buying them. It was fun. I was filling up binders, and I figured, hey man, this is Dominaria, which I loved. It's a mythic card, and it's super cheap. Everyone was laughing at me, saying it was ridiculous. I'd had people down at face-to-face going, who's buying this card? Why do you keep... You're the Mox man. Why do you keep buying it? All right. I was buying them on eBay. I could buy 10 to 20 a week for $100. It was crazy. It was awesome. But inevitably, the price started to rise. And I did some videos back then saying, Wizards never lets a Mox go bad. They will invent cards and low casting cost, planeswalkers, and legendary creatures to make this card good. And what do you know? They did. But I kept buying the card because we're talking about a possible buyout. The problem with buying out or potentially trying to buy out any modern day card is as you buy more, the value goes up because there's less on the market. Sometimes the card actually just becomes playable, and when a card becomes playable, it starts going up. You factor in all those things, it needs a lot of money. A massive fueling of cash. Millions of dollars to even come close to putting a dent in the market of cards as we see them today. If I had 2,000 Mox Ambers, which I do, but if I had that, and let's just say it wasn't Mox Ambers, but I had 2,000 Libraries of Alexandria or 2,000 Mox Pearl, that is a large chunk of a market I would control, right? That'd be huge. If I happen to have that many copies, that would be a controlling stake. That'd be part of a buyout. I'd be a rich man. But with a card like this, any modern day card, you'd have to go for a mythic to make it possible. You'd have to choose a cheap mythic that would have a potential to be good later. And you always are under threat that it is going to be reprinted. Now the good news is with a modern day buyout, if you buy enough copies of a card, you are going to force the value up. If the card is playable, it's going to be awesome and people are going to want it anyway. But every time you raise the equity, remember we're talking about it can be reprinted. But it probably won't get reprinted the same way. The way Wizards reprints equity now when cards go up in value because they're useful or Wizards made them awesome, when this happens, it comes out new artwork, new framework, new foiling, whatever they're going to do. Okay? So Stephen Belladin, who did this card, chances are, and I love his artwork, I've been in contact trying to get this guy to sell it to me. He won't, but I tried. He probably wouldn't do the artwork for the next card. They'd probably choose a different artist. They could choose Stephen, but they might choose somebody else. So it won't be the exact art, will it? It's always some new funky changeover or something. So what can happen, instead of a modern day buyout, it could be a modern day OG original buyout. When a card gets reprinted, there's an initial drop in value of the originals in almost every case I've seen and tracked on eBay, History, TCG Player, and sales statistics I follow from stores. I've almost seen it all. But when it happens like that, there's a chance for somebody to grab a few more copies. Is it impossible, though, to buy out every copy or a large enough amount to make a difference? Yes, it pretty much is as far as I can tell. Nobody that I know has that kind of equity or cash behind them to spend millions and millions of dollars. I actually tried to calculate it once. It got pretty silly because no matter how many you buy, there's other people who already have copies of it. So every time you think you flushed the market, like I remember buying out whole sets of copies from places like Face to Face or 401 Games here in Toronto, and I would buy those up, okay? But you look on their website right now, I think they have like 70 copies available. That's 70 at $45 a pop Canadian. That's thousands and thousands of dollars right there at one store. How many other stores have copies? How many other game store, and you start multiplying it out and out and out. And then you have to go overseas to other countries in different languages. Buying it out is pretty much impossible. But you can buy enough to probably make a dent in the market with some friends, with some groupings of people if you really wanted to. But I don't think we're going to see that kind of buy where somebody just buys something out flat. What I think we'll see is OG original cards. The original version from any particular set of a useful card continue to go up. It isn't called the reserve list. I wouldn't say it's reserve list, but it is original. And when something is original, people do tend to value that more than other copies that come out later on. How many times have we seen Chrome Mox been reprinted, right? But the original one seems to hold a little bit of specialness to people. The same can be said for Mox Opal. Unless you can get it in something like the Kaladesh stuff, the Inventions, where it gets kind of crazy. Because those are so super hard to get. But other than those, the original versions are worth a lot of money. And they'll continue to climb. Remember, this is before all the fanciness. Before all the different versions and effects and set booster boxes, collector booster boxes, right? This is like the last set before that kind of all took off. Or near the end anyway. So OG original cards might be the next high-end collectible going forward. You can't be sure of it. Who knows what Wizards will do? Nothing's going to stop them from reprinting if they wanted to. They can choose to do that. They may have to pay the artist again. I don't know what contracts they're under. But the amount of money to actually do a buyout is so insurmountable that I don't think it's ever a threat to anyone. Even somebody like me who has thousands of this card because I got them cheap, doesn't make a difference. The price is what the price is. If I put all my thousands back onto the market and I only had 5 copies for myself, I don't think the price would be much different. I really don't. A few pennies, maybe? I know some other people on my channel who also had hundreds and hundreds of copies. Doesn't matter. A modern day buyout is pretty much impossible at this point, the way Magic does cards. But OG originals, that is somewhere very interesting that may take off in the future. It may be something that Wizards even has planned, for all you know, to keep things trucking along in a certain way, knowing they can kind of reprint new faces on cards, but keep the value of the originals up, which helps protect the equity of the original. When you protect that equity, you are building in inherent value into the cards when they get reprinted, making those other cards still worth money to players who want to get them. But they're a little bit cheaper, right? A little bit cheaper, which makes them think, I can get my hands on that, man. I can afford to get that card. Yeah! Remember that. When that comes around, that's when the possibility happens that people get happy and excited. But the people who have the OG original are the ones who are making out the best. If they held on to those cards, didn't trade them, didn't sell them, there's a lot to factor in. But an actual modern day buyout, for those who ask me that question, I don't believe it's possible. The people on my channel who ask me, I'm sorry guys, the actual chances, not a chance. The price will just keep going up as the supply would dwindle. Wizards, on the other hand, may see that as some weird spike and be tempted to reprint a card faster because they see it's a very useful card. I just don't see it happening. What do you guys think out there? I would like to know because that's important to me. Guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Modern day buyout, not possible. OG originals, that is something that is a conversation for the future, and I really think that could happen. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Guys, you rock it. I hope you have a fantastic day today. This is MTG Moxman. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Stay frosty out there because it's getting cold in Canada. Hey guys, a big shout out to all my amazing patrons out there. Thank you so much everyone for the continued support you show each and every day to this channel. Patrons make the world go round. And of course, I'll be updating the Patreon as soon as the new month turns over. Thanks again everyone. Looking forward to seeing everyone there for the giveaway. Hey everyone, welcome back. You made it to the end of the video. Now, as requested, I have added some of my arena matches. I've recorded them, did some voiceovers, and added them to the end of the video so you guys can enjoy some short matches. I didn't do anything too long because it can get kind of crazy. I really hope everyone enjoys. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great one. Hey guys, MTG Moxman here. How's it going, everyone? I thought I would end this off with a little bit of a voiceover of just me going over one of my battles I had here on Arena. Now, unfortunately for this poor guy, it's a green deck. And he's facing off against my, this is Mythic I'm in right now. Mythic 84%, 85%, whatever it is. And you can see he's laying out all these Lotus Cobras. He's using guys to untap mana, get mana into his mana pool. He's trying to be this brave and mighty person to overwhelm me. But if you look at my hand, look at what I'm using in my deck. I've got lots of destruction cards. I've got ways of drawing and ways of gaining life. My deck will hold people off usually no matter how bad it looks. You usually can hang on just long enough until you pound somebody into oblivion. Like, it looks like he's winning. You see he's got me on the ropes. I see now I just drew a Doomscar, which I'm going to flip over. You see it there? Boom, it's foretold. So I already know unless he kills me this turn, I'm wiping everything out. But he thinks he already has me. He thinks the game's over. He's like, in 2 turns, this game is over. Right? Because most people with a green deck can end things by turn 4 or 5. So you see him here, he's mounting up, he's getting ready to go, he thinks he has me. He's going to do a big beatdown. The mistake I think he really makes is when you have this much stuff on the battlefield, don't overextend yourself. Keep some cards in your hand in case somebody does have a board wipe. If you're already beating them down, 1 extra turn will make no difference, but he's committing every card in his deck. And we all know, you can see on my screen right here, I am going to be wiping his map out. And because he brought everything out, I was able to use the opposite kill spell and save my Doomscar. Now, already this is good game, it's game over. I didn't, need to say anything. He should know it's over, because he's got 1 card in hand, and I have a full card of hands. Full card of hands, a full hand of cards. Pardon my English, it's not so good nowadays. So you see me there, I'm already starting to gain life, getting myself back up there. I didn't even care about untapping things because I have nothing to cast. But at this point, I'm already thinking, this is over. I'm going to start ramming things down his throat. I'm going to start pinging for damage. I'll tap his creatures. I'll untap his stuff. I'll blow stuff up. She will get to number 4. I will get a doubling effect from her, and it's going to be awesome. And he's probably thinking, if I don't draw something really quick, like maybe a questing beast. Oh wait, there are no questing beasts to save you. No haste monsters to come and get me, which wraps this matchup really quick. Do I feel bad for him? Maybe a little bit, but I got beat down so many times by green decks lately that I don't feel bad in this case. And as soon as I tear off at 7, he knows it's over. He's probably going to draw a card and go, what do I think's going to happen? Oh, I'm just going to give up. Alright guys, that's my deck playing it out. Not the best example, but still fun. Thanks for watching.